me on today as above, so below. We're talking about Venus energy. I'm relaxing. Yesterday, I had to go to my nephew's graduation. My sister's last bambino out of the nest. So me, my mom, and my other nieces were celebrating Bread's graduation and just ecstatic about the last one of my mother's grandchildren receiving their education. Ain't that good? God is good and ancestors are good. What's up, Mama Susan? Thank you for joining me on today. I want to say also first to my I want to say salutations to my madrino, my Oba, and all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay. What's up there, my Stormy, my Sagittarius from Detroit, and my Ryan is in the house, my Libra Cardinal Air. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that have been holding fast, that's been trying to learn, to grow, and develop. Dealing with melanated energy is not as easy as a lot of people profess. And I want to talk about as above, so below, talking about Venus energy. And what's up, my bow ass? That's what I'm talking about. He's at work. Y'all know I believe in getting that cheddar, make it more better. But I am retired. I want to say this to all my air signs, earth signs, fire signs, and water signs. I'm gonna share something because what I've been doing today is trying to build my strengthen my magnetic energy to attract more of a abundance. And I'm gonna share some stuff with you. And many of you that got the good luck candle, this vibration, this frequency is off the chair. Now I checked all y'all candles. All y'all candles were clear. So good luck not only was on the way and it's still there manifesting. Now, what I want to explain. So what I did today after a long day yesterday, I got me some rest, and so I've been outside, energizing my copper burster. But one of the things that I did was I took the the ingredients of the good luck energy, the good luck working, the concoction I came up with, and I put it in a 5 gallon bucket. I pour something there, and I've been letting it energize with the sun. What's up, my Demetrius? What's up, my 69? So I want to talk about, because I was trying to make up my mind what I want to do on TikTok or should I do on YouTube. But since my greatest amount of supporters, thank you for coming in. Hope you hit that like button. I decided to do on my YouTube because you guys are really my supporters. Other people are, and we like an audience, but people that invest in my culture need to hear this. So, what I want to talk about is transmuting energy. Now, where's my oh, there it is. I got some little notes. So I want to talk about transmuting energy, and I have done this so many times, so many different ways. But I decided to teach it. So a lot of you guys that are gonna be getting conjure, also get into my psychic classes, to understand why I do what I do, and from the aspects I do it in as a extraterrestrial. Transmute means to change in form, nature, and substance. So, a lot of times Me, you, and average melanated person, you're going to be around people that have harmful energies. You're going to be around people that vibrate low. And a lot of times you cannot help, whether it's your job or whether it's a business or whether you're just congregating in a place. You have to learn, because I've been crying my fetty from Oya. You have to learn how to transform energy, and you have to also learn how to transmute energy. And I used apoptolite, and today I was blessing my copper bracelets, and I was consecrating them with rose geranium. Those that understand frequency and vibration, rose vibrates almost 400 hertz, and which is high vibration. And geranium returns negative energy or harmful energy. So this is a mixture of oil. You can purchase it from any occult store. Hopefully they have authentic oils, but I utilize it. But transmuting energy is also alchemical transmutation. So that means that when you eat a fruit, a vegetable, your body transmutes that energy and creates chemicals that are healthy and for the strengthening of your body. So what I want melanated people to understand is that there's time you cannot, people are sending curses, people are sending hexes, people are sending jinx. You have to, and this is something you have to be skilled in, because when you're messing with energy and you're trying to change its form, nature, and or substance, you have to know what you're doing. But this is a part of alchemy, and this is a part of people that actually want to do real magic, real conjure, and real mysticism. It is very essential for you to be able to transform energy with your own Merkaba, your own temple, and transform energy through various of tools like crystals, and I'm using chamomile, and I told y'all it's excellent for good luck. But it also transmutes harmful energy or negative energy into positive energy. This is where you hear in the Bible that God will turn a curse into a blessing. That is the ability to transmute energy. Because a lot of times you can't stop or control other people and their intentions or their thoughts towards you. But you can get somebody like me, or you can learn in your conjure classes and your psychic classes how to transmute energy. Because all the time you're not going to be able to separate yourself from negative people or low vibrational people. You're going to have to learn how to transmute energy. And one of the things, because it is Venus energy, I'm utilizing the rose, which is, the rose is associated with Venus, but I'm also utilizing geranium because I want kickback. I want transmutation. Sometimes when we're doing the return to center, it gets into a little, I shouldn't say little, but the back and forth of throwing energy back and forth. Sometimes you want to grab that energy and transmute it. You want to take that same energy that was meant for harm, and that's why I'm very, very big on my good luck candles. That's why I'm very, very big on people learning about energy, frequency, and vibration. Your body does this when it comes to your foods, if you're eating the right diet, and you should learn as a spiritualist how to take what was intended for your bad or your client's bad and transmute that energy and change its form or purpose, change its nature or its intention, or transform the substance or the outcome of that energy into something productive and useful for yourself or your client. This is why education is so important, and this is why you should take out time to actually learn. Before you get into the traditions, study. Study about other tools that instead of sending energy back, my energy is so strong, it's got me shaking because I've been the sun has been energizing my copper bracelets, and those that know copper transforms negative energy into positive energy, and you don't have to charge it like I charge it. 35 minutes it's enough, but I have so many clientels, I have so many things going on that I need a supercharge. And so I want y'all to know that that magic is just not utilizing energy to bring prosperity, because this is my point with transmutation of energy or alchemical. If you want to attract positive energy or abundance and love and all this great virtuous stuff, then you got to also know how to not be clogged by negative energy or somebody hating on you or somebody working on you. A lot of times you got to take that negative energy or that harmful energy or that low vibrational energy and transmute it into something useful, because we remember energy cannot be what? Destroyed. Some people ground the energy. But there's time, it's so much negativity coming at you. Sometimes you got to take that energy and transmute it. You don't have the energy to keep sending return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. Sometimes you got to take that energy that been thrown in your direction. As you can see, my copper necklace. I have copper on my crown because I want to pull the energy, and I also use mercury to pull from the ether. I utilize I don't just use mercury for speed. I use mercury to speed up my manifestation for what I'm attracting. And so when I'm doing the work for myself or my clients, I keep a lot of positive energy around them by transmuting the energy. Because like I said, all the time, you don't want to spend your time keep sending stuff back. And they sending it back. Especially you dealing with a skilled conjurer or be a man, a medicine woman, and they got really good protection. Sometimes when that energy come in, you change the whole nature of them spirits. You change the whole nature of their form. They came in and do something ugly. You transform them, transfigurate that energy, and make it into something useful. I do it. I don't always return to sender. I don't always ground energy. I was out there. Some of y'all seen my TikTok. I have a moringa tree, and I was out there on the roots of that tree, and I was exchanging energy back. And so one of the things I did was I digested some of the moringa leaves because I believe in working inside to the outside. I don't just believe in praying. I don't just believe in declaring certain things. I manifest on a lot of levels. And so therefore I wanted y'all to have a better understanding is when I'm teaching stuff, there's a lot to learn. Especially when you melanate and knowing how to harness your energy, knowing how to utilize your energy, but also learning how to deal with incoming energy, whether it's from family, whether it's from business people, co-workers. I see so much change in my life. And what I did was I took that 5 gallon bucket and I did it twice. I consecrated the 4 corners of my house, right? And then I consecrated the 4 corners of my property. It doesn't matter who sent it today, tomorrow, or they sent it yesterday. When it comes into the aura of my property, it's going to be transmuted. It's going to be transformed. It's going to give me what I need to do. I don't care what you sent it, what purpose or intent you had for me. But once that energy gets into my energy field or the energy field of my home or my church, because I got to go in my church, I got to do it too. I'm going to consecrate inside and outside. And I would advise some of you, if you got businesses or websites, that is another form of magic. No matter if you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, or Ajay. This is a good technique to utilize. So you show your strategy. Because I'm gonna, in the psychic class, I'm gonna be teaching. I know it's beginner level, but I'm gonna be teaching strategy, how to utilize psychic energy, from a strategist, a spiritual strategist, and knowing different ways of how to utilize energy. My Sagittarius said moringa is so good. Yeah, but a tree is alive. Putting intent on plants or trees and digesting them after the intention is no different than pouring water in a copper cup or praying positive things and declaring positive things in water. I remember we can manifest, even though you might be a fire sign, you can still manifest in air or water or earth. Don't just take the mindset. You want to bless. We in the south we call it ourselves blessing our food, but you're saying prayers over your food, and as you eat it, the energy that was released over your food. In this case, I just took a leaf out of the moringa tree and digested it in my system, and so that energy is flowing all through my being, and plus releasing those 92 nutrients of my body. Having wisdom, having understanding, having knowledge is essential to your growth, your spiritual growth. These bracelets are so strong. Woo! And so, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm always doing the extreme of things. You don't have to do what I do. I know. Actually, put into action. Over my dreams, yeah. These are the things that melanated people used to do. These are the things that I think that the younger generation may still do it, but I want you to do it with understanding. I don't want you to do something because you've seen somebody else do it. You need to have an understanding why it's significant for you to do it. That's why we talk about universal laws. This is why I bring up these discussions. This is why I like to preference things for people when they work with me or they decide to get one of my classes. So when they do get these classes, they can get the most out of these classes because they already have information. So therefore, they're gonna be able to think on higher levels. This is why I'm gonna tell you something. My spiritual dad told me this. He said, when a white boy is in the classroom and he's learning about geometry and algebra, he has something to relate to because at home, him and his dad is building a dog house. Him and his dad are building tree houses. So he not only is learning, but he has a personal relationship with that math because he's utilizing. A lot of us, when we learn stuff, we don't hold on to it because we don't realize in life how we're gonna utilize it. And that's what I want y'all to get. Not only do I practice magic, I have an understanding of the reason why I do it, whether I feel like it or not. I continue to apply certain principles, whether I feel like it or not, or whether I'm between manifestations or not. This is very, very important. And when he told me that, it made sense to me. And I was saying, a lot of times I held on to knowledge in the classroom because I had to run the convenience store, or I had to run the motel or other family businesses that I was involved in. And so therefore I knew that these information was important. My mom, when I used to come home from school and I was in my home economics class, and we were learning how to make different types of entrees. My mom, if I made pizza in my home economics, Mama wanted me to make pizza for her. Banana bread, whatever I was making, she wanted me. So I retained a lot of that information. A lot of times people don't retain information that they don't see as valuable or necessary or temporary. Necessary, temporary, or valuable. If that person is learning just to get through a class, or that person just learning to get through a situation or a circumstance or a situation, then they're not going to retain that because they don't see how they're going to be or how they're going to see it utilized in the future, or they are very short-term people, and therefore I need this right now. I understand this right now. I'm utilizing this right now, but I'm not going to retain this because I don't see myself going through this in the future. This is what people understand. When you a conjurer, a spiritual person, what you don't need today, somebody is going to come tomorrow and have need of it. When you have the mindset that learning different things are not valuable enough to obtain them and maintain them, then this aspect of energy, of utilizing energy in transmutation or in alchemy, is not going to be important. This is why a lot of people bypass the things that I say, because either they ain't went through it yet and they don't see the need for these classes, or Just like Demetrius, because I gotta get his egg gonna stick out there. They're saying themselves, oh, I'm not a spiritualist, so I don't need an egg gonna stick. If you, sir and ma'am, have ancestors, and we all do, you still can utilize an egg stick that has been consecrated and charged by a professional. I want people to understand, and I'm going to say this again: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding has never had and will never have an expiration date on it. If you try to really understand energy, frequency, and vibration, and how it evolves you, these are the things that you're going to hold on to. Demetrius said, I can't wait till it arrives. Now, from my perspective, because everybody different, Demetrius and anybody else that has a scientific mind is going to benefit more off of my tools and the things I give them, because they're going to use their own creativity, and they're going to build upon the things they've been taught, and they're going to build upon the things that they have been shown. A lot of you guys, all you do is whatever you learn, you replicate. You never try to go beyond the template of your learning. And I believe in building upon things. And so therefore, you don't see the investment and see why the investment is necessary, because you can't see beyond what you've been taught or shown. I'm just trying to open your eyes and get you to look at things from a different perspective, even economically, financially. I have invested in different types of currency, so something is always coming in. Whether I'm in a warfare, whether I'm in a financial tight, whether I'm going through something, or I'm trying to invest in a higher economic bracket, I always understand how energy, frequency, and vibration works. And I want y'all to understand, in order for you to develop, you have to be around energy that is superior to yours. That's why I say constantly on my lives, I'm an extraterrestrial. That is for you to understand. I can always raise your frequency. If you are a practitioner, I can raise your frequency. But I have wisdom. I transmute, because I'm exchanging energy back and forth, especially when I'm doing these lives, when I'm doing my Zoom meetings or consultations. I have to always transmute energy. I do see things in a different light, and you are right. It is better to build in that energy. Thank you. I know that what I'm doing is for the betterment of melanated people. People don't always know what's good for them, and I don't have no control over that. This is why I tell people that always trying to destroy people or trying to bring harm. A lot of times, you're gonna run across somebody that has a skill set that I have, and they're gonna be taking your strength and using it against you, and also using it for their own purpose. That conjure class definitely up my game. And it's gonna, let me tell y'all something. It's sad when somebody knows something is good for them, but they're not consistent. You got to know why you being challenged. You got to know why you that pathway is trying to be shut down, because you're gonna keep evolving. You're gonna keep growing. No matter what I teach and share, I'm still growing myself. So I'm gonna always have knowledge, wisdom, understanding to share. I'm gonna always be applying my creativity. I'm gonna always be utilizing my skill set. So I'm gonna always evolve, and therefore I'm gonna always be able to meet the needs of people. When you as a spiritualist don't grow, and you get initiated and you don't go no farther, you get consecrated and don't go no farther, you don't reinvest your time, energy, and resources in your spirituality, then you can't benefit. And when all of y'all that struggle with negative thinking, you need to learn transmutation. You need to keep a good luck candle. When you're struggling with negative emotions and you always feeling negative, you have to, I ain't take that back. You don't have to do nothing. It's a good idea to learn transmutation. It's good idea to get the class, because either you're earth sign, you're negative about the things you set out to do. If you a water sign, you feeling negative about what's going on in your life and around your life. Or you are air sign and you thinking negative. Or you're a fire sign, you're always going to the dark aspects of your energy, always doing something negative action. Each one of those elements have to be transmuted differently, but it is beneficial because you have a better understanding what tools to get to keep you balanced. You don't have to be all negative and you ain't got to be all positive, but you have to be balanced. And everybody's energy is different, and what keeps their body in harmony may be very, very, very different. How you keep your body in harmony. Wait a minute. It definitely do that for me too. I am very glad I'm able to be a part of that contra class. Can't wait till the next one. Sign me up for that transmutation. It's really the beginning psychic class. My psychic class, what I'm trying to show y'all, is more to this than people are showing you. When you take a class, it's no different when you take a natural class. It's supposed to put you in a better position to make more money. If you take a class to gain a skill, it's still to put you in a better position to make more money. Sometimes we say residual income. Having more streams of income is due to your skill set and your ability to balance things. You can't just summon energy in and don't know how to utilize it. You can't just pray for energy and build up energy. It's like y'all done heard me say that multiple times. You got all the muscles for no reason. You ain't built nothing. You ain't whooping nobody's ass. And half of y'all don't even know how to have sex. You having sex, but you ain't proficient in it. So you don't want to be walking around here with tools, muscles, knowledge, a degree, and you can't transmute it into capital. A lot of times people have degrees education, and because they don't have the personality or have the knowledge of transmutation, they can't turn that piece of paper into currency. They can't sell themselves. That's why they hire other people to put on paper to make them look a certain type of way. Everybody don't have that skill. I'm not trying to get you to get products. I'm not trying to get you to get services just to say I'm pushing and selling services. I want evolution. I want you to grow. I want you to become a better spiritual man or woman. I want you to have a better understanding of what conjure is. And this, I'm gonna tell you this. As you learn, I don't care who you are, and as you grow, you're gonna end up having more respect for energy, frequency, and vibration. You're gonna have more respect for my conjure and the things that I do for you, because you're gonna understand what it actually takes. It's just like a child when they get their own house or apartment or own space. They start in real time start realizing you can have a refrigerator and not have nothing in it. You can have cabinets and don't have nothing in it. You got to go put something in it. You got to have food or meats if you eat meat or a certain type of meat. It don't magically appear. And so therefore, you will understand why Apostle Ely pushing about your health. Apostle Ely pushing about how you feel. Apostle Ely pushing the idea of how you think. All of this is significant in you having a well-balanced life. And if somebody trying to pull you out of balance, you know how to get yourself back in balance. It's called harmony. Once you understand energy, frequency, and vibration, you can change your reality. And you will stop trying to get money, you will attract money. And that's why I was telling y'all about these candles. You want to keep your luck up. You want to keep certain things going for you. That's why I tell you, being a good steward over what God or Goddess has blessed you with is important, because you will be able to maintain whatever it is you're trying to do. And if you are being attacked psychically, because I'm going to teach you what a real psychic attack is and why people attack you psychically. I'm going to teach you about spiritual hits, giving spiritual hits and receiving spiritual hits, how to deflect them, what to do if you find yourself in a psychic attack. Because there's some people out here that are very powerful psychically. They have a real lock on their mental energy and their psyche. So there's a plethora of reasons why y'all need to get these classes. I want enough students so financially I can teach what I teach, even in the beginner's class. Y'all got to team up. Y'all got to unify. Y'all got if we're a tribe, if we're a team, if you slow walking your investments, you're also apprehending other people from getting what they can learn quicker, faster, and more proficient. Everybody affect everybody. And that's what I want to teach y'all about magnetism. I'm probably going to do that tonight, about magnetism. But this is one of the ways that before I start magnetizing or utilizing my magnetism, I transmute energy. So my magnetism don't have to take out all that time deciphering what's good for me and what's not good for me. I already transmuted it into that type of energy and changing its form or nature or substance. And that's high level alchemy. But you can learn how it's done. And when you get stronger in your element, because that's all I'm doing. I'm teaching melanated people. And that's why I appreciate everyone that support me and allow me to do these services, because it's very important that melanated people see how it's really done. And they have a good idea of where they are and what they need to grow to. And let me tell y'all something. When I teach this tonight, some of y'all gonna love me so much more. Some of y'all gonna appreciate your investment. And I'm gonna say this in the defense of my other spiritual people. People can't teach you what they don't know. Don't talk about your pastors, your elders. People cannot give you what they don't have themselves. People can't teach you what they don't know. I can see if they were gatekeeping, but a lot of people don't know extensively what I know and what I have been using for myself and my children and family and for my clients. I want you to have a better understanding. Not just going out here, oh, I'm going to transmute this energy. You got to be strong enough. The energy you call in or being sent to you, you don't want that energy to be higher than you, because you're going to have a difficult time transmuting that energy. Because what's going to happen if that energy is stronger than you, it's going to drain you. My Boaz said, thank you, Chief, for teaching real spirituality and magic. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all this to y'all face. Some of y'all really think you appreciate me. And I know you do. But you ain't going to appreciate me until many years down the road. Or you find yourself in a situation that your teaching and your tools come in handy. And that I still think about what I was taught at home. I still get teary-eyed, because in my mind, I wouldn't be in the position I was and am now if it wasn't for my teaching. When I tell you this information gets more valuable as time go on, as time when you find yourself in a place of sickness and you know how to transmute energy and you come out and have these awesome testimonies like I have, that's when you're going to go back to your teachers. That's when you're going to say, man, that was the best piece of money that I spent. And that's why you hear me use the word investment. And I know some of y'all think you appreciate me now. But I'm telling you, somebody that's been doing this I'm 52 years old, for many, many, many moons. I still revert back to who taught me. And I'm so glad I listened. I'm so glad when my spiritual dad did I travel all those miles to learn. Because now I'm at an age I can defend myself. I don't have to give them testimonies. Oh, I'm still alive, but I lost my arm. I'm still alive, but I lost my leg. I'm still alive, but I lost my children. Come on here, somebody. I want y'all to understand that my kids done got in trouble just like everybody else's kids. They don't have to run in with the law, but I knew what to do for my loved ones. When my nephews or my sister We're going. This is why I want you to learn. Are you as strong as it with it as I am or other advanced spiritualists? No. But the time gonna come, you gonna get strong, and you gonna be stronger. And that's when you gonna think about and say, now that I know what to do in my body, now that I know what to do for my finances, this is why you got to find your tribe. This is why you thank God for the people that resonate. Because if I come around Apostle Ely, the chief, because of his energy, he gonna elevate me. I'm gonna think wiser. I'm gonna think sharper. I'm gonna make more decisive decisions that gonna better my life. And my seasons, my 4 seasons, gonna get better and better and better. And even though we dealing with this systematic racism, because of our elevations, these are things are gonna put us in better places. I'm gonna tell you another thing. This class is gonna teach you when people are repeatedly failing and you're trying to help them. You got to learn how to transmute that energy, because you don't want their failures become your failure. You don't want their hardships to become your hardship. You don't want their tragedies to become your tragedy, because you're exchanging energy. So it does matter who you hang around. And if you're going to hang around them, you need to learn how to transmute, change the nature, the form, and the substance of that energy. And once again, if you having sex with people, y'all know I like me a good orgy. But I have to transmute that energy, because I done gave them my good inches. I done gave them my good arche. And it's always going to be an energy exchange. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're sleeping with the same person or not. You're constantly exchanging energy. And you don't want what they got going on to affect your harmony and your frequency and your vibration. So you got to transmute that energy. You don't want to give them your good luck because you gave them some good dick or some good pussy, and now they got a portion of your good luck, and you got to rebuild that luck. I'm gonna tell you, I done made a whole lot of people lucky. I done changed their life. They thought they were just getting good inches. Hallelujah. That's why God blessed me so, because I be changing lives out here. I be changing lives out here through a sexual experience. Hallelujah. And you can too, sir. And you can too, ma'am, if you know how to transmute energy. Sometimes I go around my family and I have good chi and good energy to give them. And sometimes they be down on their luck. I got to transmute that energy. And I'm just telling you, shielding your energy, you can only do so much. When you got big energy like I have, Sagittarius people, Capricorn are people that rule by, because Saturn is the second biggest planet. When you got that kind of energy, and especially us, let me tell y'all something. If you eat tail, or you get them groceries, that arche in your throat, that arche, that saliva that you inserting in one of them holes, if not both. My God, that's your energy. And if you got good energy and you had a great time in the sack, y'all better hear what I'm saying. You got to rekindle that energy, because I'm a giver. I'm not a taker. I'm a giver. And I've given so much energy. And I have to rekindle my energy. Whether that be through ceremonies, cleansing, or the foods that I eat. I hope this makes sense. Transmutation is a powerful technique that Apostle Ely uses. Get your classes. Get your Egun sticks. Get whatever tools you need. And stop sacrificing your well-being for things. Because the tools are going to put you in an even better. Remember the story about Jack and the beanstalk? I want somebody to hear me. Jack was told by his mother to take that cow down to the market and exchange that cow, trade that cow out for goods and services. And on the way to the marketplace with the cow, Jack ran into a merchant man. And he told Jack that these beanstalks were magical. Everybody ain't gonna tap into this. And Jack traded that cow for the magical beans. And when he went back home to tell his mammy that he traded that cow for some magical beans, she was not happy. She went off. And she tossed the magical beans out the window. And overnight, while they were sleeping and probably hungry, while they were asleep and probably hungry, that beans, magical beans, began to manifest. See, sometimes you look like a fool when you tapping into magic. Whether it's a magical beans or a magical candle or a magical Gregory bag. You look like a fool to some people. And they don't see how this going to manifest and bring anything good. Can anything good that come out of Nazareth? Ha! So, Jack got up that morning and noticed a beanstalk. And Jack climbed that goddamn beanstalk. And in the top of the beanstalk was a castle. But in that castle was a giant. And Jack went into that castle. Give me, I feel like Sophia now. So he in that castle, he looking around. And he noticed the giant, and he noticed a goose that was laying golden eggs. Sometimes you got to take a chance, y'all. Sometimes you can't let the big things of life overwhelm you. And Jack went after that golden goose. Because he knew that goose could lay them golden eggs, and it would change his life and his mama's life forever. But that giant chased Jack down that beanstalk. Everybody ain't gonna pursue in life magic. And everybody ain't gonna wait on the manifestation of magic. But the giant ended up falling down the beanstalk. And therefore, like Nicodemus, and Doubting Thomas, everybody want to believe after the fact, after the manifestation. But somebody got to take a risk. Somebody got to make a sacrifice. Somebody got to trade your cow for the magical beans. You can't have my experience and you ain't sowing your magical beans. You can't have my experience of healing when you ain't trading out your cow for the magical beans. You can't have my experience if you ain't willing to climb that beanstalk. If you ain't willing to go into that giant's house. You ain't willing to spot and be observant and see that golden goose. And if you can't have my testimony, if you ain't willing to apprehend the prize in the high calling of Christ Jesus, you got to come back down with that golden goose. He saw the heart. He ain't take that. You got to know what you want and need in this thing called the spiritual journey. And when you get that goose that lays the golden eggs, that means you got the frequency of the golden light. And you can produce whatever you need to produce. Gold is a conduit that moves energy just like copper. Everybody can't afford the golden goose. Everybody doesn't have the golden elixir because they don't want to trade out their cow for the magical beans. And so therefore some of y'all gonna have to look at those that resonate with what I'm talking about, how they manifest and why they're able to manifest and why they're able to attract the things they attract. Because they got their golden goose. They got their golden elixir. Yes, sir and ma'am. So my wife told me one day, she said, these women still coming at you. She said, you got that golden rod. That's what it's that elixir. But what she forgot to end is I got that diamond tip. I'm a driller. I'm a driller. Praise God. I'm a driller. I got the golden shaft and I got the diamond head. Praise God. I don't have to be the only one. Don't leave out of this world with a wooden rod. You like the Pied Piper. You got a flute. But anybody want the golden rod? Or the woman that wants the golden eggs to ovulate and bring the elixir. I'm trying to talk to you. This alchemy, this on a whole nother level. This ain't just talk. This is my lifestyle. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And join us in this magical journey. Huh? Let's bust nuts together. The elixir, the golden elixir of alchemy. If you know what I'm talking about and resonate with it, Demetrius said, the gems. I'm dropping gems, y'all. I want you to laugh. I want you to have a good time. But I want you to get the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding that I'm talking about. Because I know exactly what I'm talking about. And that this is why my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Because I got that golden elixir. I'm trying to help you get something so you can testify on the same platform. I know what he's talking about. I comprehend it. I have gained the energy to transform and transmute energy and make it do what I needed to do. My babies, my newly converted babies out here, wait till you experience that 13th circle. Wait till you experience that 13th circle. And you're going to say, just like everybody that got the country class, it's been a long awaiting, but it was definitely worth the time and the wait. When you got a good rod on you, he or she'll wait on you. They might be mad about the weight, but honey, if you lay it down right, they be thanking God, Jesus, and the devil for the experience. I'm a living testimony. Praise God. I'll see y'all a little later. I gotta go get something to eat.